A reluctant gift, written by the Buried Truck and told by Wing Striker 3801. Winter signalled the arrival of several things for Sir Topham Hatt's engines. The coming of Christmas, the need for more coal to keep warm, and the return of Spam Can. "Why must I suffer the torture of being here again?" he croaked. "Anyone could deliver these rotten coal trucks. All I want for Christmas is a reprieve from this island." "Well, I'd hardly call doing your work torture," Edward chuckled. "Besides, the best gift is being of service during the holidays."
"I say, Edward," called Gordon, "not neglecting your washout just to converse with Spamcan, are you?"
"Oh, don't worry about me, Gordon. A washout is secondary to our passengers' needs, especially at this time of year."
"Your goody two-buffer's attitude is revolting,"
Spamcan flounced.
"You think I've done something wrong, having to endure this drivel?" "Well, you must be on the naughty list with all that coal you've brought."
Gordon chuckled. Losing patience, Spamcan slipped away to the fuel pump. He'd hoped for a quick exit, but free roads are hard to come by at Christmas. He could have assisted with the workload, but instead he sulked from siding to siding, sneering and being of no help to anyone. By nightfall, he'd only managed to move from the yard to the station. He eyed Gordon and Edward preparing for their evening trains.
"Stupid steamers," he growled. "I could have been halfway across the island before they've even been ready."
Having had enough, he scuttled up to the signal box.
"I say, my good man," he called to the signalman, "surely you have a clean path for me?"
Nope," grunted the signalman, hardly looking up from his levers.
"Oh,"
Spamcan replied, as sweetly as he could.
"I quite understand the weight of your assignment, but why, it's you who ensure everything runs to schedule. Passengers getting home, goods being delivered. Only I'm the agent who must get people and parcels from point A to B. It's only natural. I'm stronger, faster, and at the very least more handsome than those aging kettles. You wouldn't want to delay an essential engine like me."
"Oh, all right, for pity's sake," the signalman shouted, losing his patience. "Be on your way." There was a clunk, and the signal showed green.
"A wise decision,"
Spamcan smirked triumphantly.
"Good tidings to you all."
With a honk, he shot off into the night. The signalman sighed with relief, not realizing the road he sent Spamcan down was meant for another engine.
"Oh, the very nerve of that diesel,"
Gordon fumed.
"Always knew he was a bad omen. Now he's made me late. Just let me catch him. I'll give him something to grumble about."
"I appreciate your feelings, Gordon," came a stern voice, "but I shall be the one to discipline our visitor."
Yes, sir."
Gordon blushed. "You may disagree," Sir Topham Hatt continued, "but this delay is very much a blessing. One of your coaches has a fault in the brakes. We must replace it before you can depart."
"No, worse and worse,"
Gordon groaned. "Edward," smiled Sir Topham Hatt, "you will depart first. We cannot delay your passengers as well. 199 has been halted at Crosby. You have a clear run to the junction. Off you go, please." "Oh, cheer up, Gordon," chuckled Edward as the guard's whistle blew. "You'll be making up for lost time soon. I'll warn old Spamcan of the oncoming storm." But Edward soon found he was in no mood for joking. As he hurried down the line, he felt a shortage of breath. When he reached Crosby, he was wheezing dreadfully. Spamcan sulked in a siding. Spamcan, sulking in a siding, eyed him with amusement. "That's torn it," Edward's driver scowled as they came to a stop. "You barely have any steam. This is what you get for neglecting your washout." I did. What to disappoint
Our passages.
Edward gasped.
And, how is that going for you?
Spamcan smirked smugly.
You've been no help to anyone,
Scowled Edward, getting his breath back.
Perhaps you could help me to the junction.
And why would I do that?
Well, after delaying our services, it would be wise for you to do something to get back in the Sir Topham-Hatt's good graces.
Edward's remark had a sobering effect. Spamcan did the smartest thing he had done all day and coupled up in front at once. With a disgruntled honk, he forged ahead, dragging Edward and the coaches along. Soon they reached Edward's station. A snow-covered Spamcan moved Edward to a siding, while Boko took charge of the train. Edward was most grateful, but he didn't get to say a proper thank you. With a green signal showing a clear path, Spamcan had already hurried away.
Anyone would think I've gone soft, he grimaced. Let's get home. This railway drives an engine mad.
However, his hopes for a fast run were dashed. He hadn't gone far when his engine coughed, choked, and stopped.
Oh, what's the matter now? He winced.
Oh. Your air intake is clogged, shivered the driver upon inspection.
Oh, rotten snow.
We're sitting ducks now. Spamcan was on the brink of an internal crisis. Was he fated to remain on Sodor? Before his mind could spiral any further, he heard a thunderous sound in the distance. Closer and closer it came, until there, slowing down as he drew alongside, was Gordon.
It takes a bold engine to delay my express,
Gordon hissed,
I found your penchant for misfortune humorous, until it impeded my work. I have half a mind to leave you here and give the children a new snow engine to play with.
Though Spamcan held his glare, Gordon's words formed a pit in his engine.
Imagine my surprise, Gordon continued softly, at what little Edward told me as I passed his station.
Spamcan watched in confusion as Gordon uncoupled from the coaches, crossed over the points, and backed down onto him.
What are you doing?
The diesel faltered.
Can't have you blocking the line. Sir Topham-Hatt would never approve,
Gordon sniffed. Soon they were rocketing along, the coaches trick-trucking behind them. Both engines were silent, Gordon in concentration, and Spamcan in contemplation. Finally, they arrived at the last station on the other railway. Gordon left the coaches and shunted Spamcan into a shed.
Well,
he smirked as he backed down beside the diesel.
You finally got a reprieve from our island, with quite a storied journey.
Yes, well, Spamcan chuckled nervously.
You will keep the details of my extraction and gratitude hush-hush, won't you?
Naturally, Gordon replied. Spamcan sighed with relief.
I'll need some leverage when you next return to our island, and you always return, as we know.
Gordon sniggered himself to sleep. Spamcan stayed awake, shuddering at the thought of his next return.